Today's story is The Hare and the Tortoise. Make a prediction about the outcome of this fable. Boasting. Bragging. The swimmer was boasting about winning the race. Boasting. This animal is similar to a rabbit. It is called a hare. Hares have longer ears than rabbits and are usually faster. This animal is similar to a turtle, but it is called a tortoise. A tortoise can be quite a bit larger than a turtle. And while turtles spend most of their time in the water, most tortoises live on the land. Tortoises move or crawl very slowly when they are on land. Who do you think would be faster, the tortoise or the hare? We are going to read a fable about a race between a hare and a tortoise. Predict who you think will win the race. When we make a prediction, we use details and information to make good guesses about an event or an outcome. The Hare and the Tortoise. Listen carefully to find out whether or not your prediction is correct. There once was a hare who was always boasting or bragging about how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were. The hare was especially boastful when talking to the tortoise. "What a slow fellow you are," he said, pointing to the tortoise. "One day, I really feel sorry for you, having to creep along like that. Creep, creep, creep. It must take you all afternoon just to cross the field." The tortoise was not amused. "You may be fast," said the tortoise, "but I bet I could win in a race." "Ha, ha, ha," the hare laughed. "That's hilarious. You must be joking. A race between you and me wouldn't even be close." The tortoise replied, "Well, let's try. Suppose we race to the foot of the mountain." "Sure thing," said the hare. Other animals gathered around to watch the race. "Ready?" said the squirrel. "Set," said the moose. "Go," said the raccoon. The hare darted off quickly. Darted means to move suddenly. And ran so far ahead that he was almost out of sight. The tortoise set off too, moving slowly but steadily. That means at the same speed. After he had gone about halfway to the mountainside, the hare turned to look back. He saw that the tortoise was so far behind that he might never catch up. "Well, this is not much of a race," sniffed the hare. Since it seemed to him that the race was already won, the hare decided to stop and take a little break. He nibbled some carrots and some lettuce, and he chatted with some friends. All the while, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. The hare looked back again and saw that he was still way out ahead, so he lay down on a pumpkin patch, closed his eyes, and pretended he was sleeping. He didn't really mean to go to sleep. He just wanted to show the tortoise that he could take a little nap and still win the race. But it was a warm day, and it wasn't long before the hare began to feel sleepy. Eventually, he nodded off and began to snore. While the hare was napping, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. After 15 minutes, he crawled past the sleeping hare. After another 15 minutes, he was within a few feet of the finish line. That was when the hare woke up from his nap. He realized what had happened and set off running for the mountain as fast as he could. But it was too late. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise crossing the finish line. So the moral of the story is, slow and steady wins the race. Was your prediction correct about who would win the race? Why? Who won the race? In this fable, are the characters people or animals? What kind of animals were in this fable? Why do the hare and the tortoise decide to have a race? How is the tortoise able to beat a faster animal? What is the moral of this story? Who is slow and steady? What does slow and steady mean? Could this story really happen, or is it make-believe? How do you know?